Live from Sin City, it's the Socks and Pinstripes Podcast. And now, here's the star of the show, Giant Dr. Griffin!
This is Diet Dr. Griffin. We're back with another episode of the Socks and Pinstripes Podcast. I'm a little hot right now. I had a very frustrating day at work. I had a nice workout at the gym, got over that stress, and then as I was starting to get ready to do the show prep here, I was checking my email, and I got an email message from the Special League, and they're starting to get the stuff together for the draft and like when you have to have your keepers all set. And I'm like, good. And then I see the draft order and I get very, very, very upset.
Why is that, Griffin?
I'll explain. This is a 12-team league. I am drafting 6th in this league.
Ooh, nice.
No, not nice.
Well, that's where you put me on purpose last year, so.
In our league, it has always been random because we don't have keepers go year to year. This is a keeper league. So here's how I have gathered that the picks are done based on like standings and stuff. So the bottom 6, picks 7 through 12, it is the reverse order of the teams that went in the playoffs. So the first place team is drafting last. The 6th place team is drafting 7th. And sequential order after that.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. So in this league, they decided to do a rule where in the consolation bracket, if you win the first 2 draft picks, I guess, are going to the first place and the 2nd place of the consolation bracket, to keep people playing.
Oh, okay.
So fine. I can live with that. But then after that, they basically went in the order of whoever finished 3rd in the consolation bracket is drafting worst, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So my major issue with this, okay?
So you finished 3rd then.
I finished 3rd in the consolation bracket, and I'm drafting worse than 2 teams that I beat in that grouping.
Oh, wow.
Okay, like, if you are going to run a situation where you are actively encouraging the managers in your league to not pack it in and to actually try, why are you penalizing them for trying and not being successful? Like, if you're going to do reverse draft order based on the standings of the tournament, just do it for both brackets.
Yeah.
Why just go out of your way to screw over the 2 people that tried and weren't successful? Like, you win the first round and then you lose the second round, and you're in a worse position than if you just didn't win at all. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I guess that would be frustrating, honestly.
So,
they should just do the consolation bracket top down if they're doing it the other one reverse.
Just be consistent.
Yeah.
Don't screw over the managers who tried and weren't successful because you asked them to try.
Well, if you win, Griffin, you'll just have to draft 12th next time. So.
Oh, I'm not even. I'm like 95% sure I'm not returning this league.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This is the kind of crap that I would not tolerate in our league. I run a tight ship. I run a fair ship, and I listen to the managers of the league, and I try to make things as fair and reasonable as possible. Yeah. This is not fair nor reasonable. It is beyond stupid. And I have been nice to the commissioner, and I just asked him so far, but if he doesn't provide a "I screwed up" message, it should have been the other order, I am gone from this league. Because mistakes happen. You know, there's a lot that goes into making a league as a commissioner, and having to painstakingly do the draft, like, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm mad about that.
Yeah.
I really was disappointed. I really wanted to go into this league and try it for the full year versus just coming in midstream. But I was really banking on having that 3rd pick, because there's going to be like keepers that there's going to be good quality players in those first couple of picks. And I really need to get one of those.
Yeah, that makes sense because people are keeping the really, really good players. So,
Yeah, and there's a few teams you get four keepers in this league, and there are a few teams that have like one of the possible players might be Pete Alonso, possibly.
oh, the polar bear.
Yeah, it's possible that he might have been one of the guys that could have been available.
I mean, you could do better than that.
Well, I made this giant spreadsheet. I was already doing my homework on this thing. I was trying to analyze who could be potential keepers.
Yeah.
And honestly, and when you look at the four guys on this team, okay, these are some of the guys that they could be not keeping straight up. And I'll start with who I think they're probably keeping, just based on
Uh-huh.
draft order. And this might be interchangeable here. They have Shohei Ohtani hitter, Bobby Witt Jr., Junior Caminero, Garrett Crochet.
Okay,
Those
that's
are
pretty solid.
based on a couple of mock drafts I've done. All three of those guys are in the first round, and then Caminero is a second round pick.
Okay.
Then they have Pete
Shohei is the
Alonso.
first round as a hitter.
Well, Junior Caminero is a second round player, but
No,
Garrett
no, but
Crochet
I'm
is the
saying
pitcher.
Shohei as a hitter is the
Yes, Shohei is a
first
hitter.
round, not as a pitcher.
Yeah, he is the hitter, Shohei. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Someone else in the league has Shohei Ohtani pitcher, who's a person. So the other picks that are available, you got Pete Alonso, Jared Duran, Hunter Green, Edwin Diaz. Like Pete Alonso was picked in the second round of this mock draft that I have, and
Oh
he's a
wow.
guy who's gonna probably might not get kept, either him or Cameron.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big
That'd
deal.
be weird if Edwin Diaz didn't get kept somewhere.
Well, I mean, he's like a fifth or sixth round draft pick. This is all the same team, mind you. They can only keep four of the eight players I mentioned.
Okay.
So like you're obviously gonna keep Garrett Crochet, Bobby Witt Jr., and Shohei. It's just a matter of like, are you keeping Pete Alonso or Junior Caminero? So
Gotcha.
pretty much the pick there.
hmm
There's like another team that's probably not going to be able to keep Rafael Devers
Okay. It'll be
unless they
interesting to see how he plays next year for a whole year on the same team, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean the other players that they had that team has Aaron Judge, Corbin Carroll, Jazz Chisholm, and not Shoda, Yamamoto.
Hmm.
So like, are you gonna keep Rafi over one of those guys? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
So that's like the interesting conundrum that I was doing all the work and I was getting excited, figuring things out, and then oof. This bomb came down on my lap earlier this evening,
Who do you
and
think the sixth player would be?
I don't care if I'm not going to be in this league. It's none of this is going to matter. They can go find a new manager. I'm going to change the name to I Quit the League just to let people know that I'm serious.
Yeah, perfect.
All
You could
right.
always pull the pick your team and then don't actually start playing till after the All-Star break. So
No, I'm a professional. I will not lower myself to that level. I will tell them straight up.
that's not even lowering. There's a guy in our league who won the first who beat me and won his first playoff game, I think, and he didn't start playing until after the All-Star break. It's a strategy, just saying.
It's a it's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for them.
Yeah.
All right, so we did have some moves this week, and we're going to talk about our NL Central Division report, but I want to cover some of the moves that happened first
Okay.
because there are some interesting ones here. Cody Bellinger is staying with the Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees were the only one who were going to pay this. This such an overpay too.
Yeah, they gave him $162.5 million over 5 years. He has a full no trade clause, and he has opt-outs after years 2 and 3.
Yeah. Well, that's great for Bellinger, I guess. So
It's great for Bellinger. He could not hit outside the Yankee Stadium last year. He hit 240 in that ballpark and like 302 in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
So it was very
I mean,
clear
I thought
that
he was overrated when he went to the Yankees. So if
I
the
did too.
Yankees see something I don't, then congratulations to them, I guess. So
When the Dodgers non-tender you, there's something going on with that.
yeah,
Because he won an MVP as like the Dodgers,
That's
and
a-
they know him very well.
yeah. And then didn't he play on the Cubs for a year or two?
Well, yeah, he signed with the Cubs after being non-tendered, and then he signed a pillow contract with the Cubs, and then the
Yeah,
Cubs traded him to the
yeah.
Yankees.
That makes sense.
But we should probably get back to the we should probably cover this little nugget of information before we get back into the free agency notes, because we have two new members of the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Andruw Jones, the defensive wizard, power hitting center fielder from the Atlanta Braves for much of the 90s,
hmm
is widely considered one of the best, if not, some people think he's the best defensive player to ever play the game.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But he is like a 10-time Gold Glove winner, phenomenal defender, hit a lot of home runs too. And
Yeah.
then the other interesting player that got in, Carlos Beltran.
Belty.
So apparently, they don't really care that he was on the sign stealing scandal. That was the
Yeah,
big note I got out of it.
they only care about PEDs basically. So as long as you apologize for sign stealing, no one
So
cares.
if you cheated, and everybody thinks everyone knows the Astros cheated,
Yeah.
and you got caught,
hmm
and that kind of cheating is okay.
hmm
But if you do PEDs, that kind of cheating is not okay.
Yep.
Doesn't make
Hey,
any
Griffin,
sense.
doesn't make any sense to me either, but that's how the league feels.
Yeah, Wookiees have that on Andor. Chewbacca living on Andor. That doesn't make any sense.
That's why Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, other guys I'm forgetting. That's why they'll never be in the Hall
Yeah,
of Fame. So
people give Ortiz flack about getting into the Hall of Fame because he allegedly tested positive on the Mitchell report, which again was never supposed to be released.
yeah.
And then Manny
Uh,
Ramirez falls off the ballot because he tested positive for steroids when he was just trying to eke 1 or 2 more years out of his career. I think he tested positive when he was playing for the Tampa Rays.
oh man, that's too bad because he should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. A-Rod's probably not going to go to the Hall of Fame as well. So
Yeah,
although he did publicly apologize, so maybe people will forgive him for that. But
I don't know. I don't want to hear any crap when little buzzer boy Jose Altuve gets in on the first ballot.
they better let Shoeless Joe Jackson in. That's all I got to say about that. So
Well, yeah, that's a whole different
they could have
argument.
let him in over Carlos Beltran this year. He's eligible now. So
Well, that's a different eras committee. This was like the active ballot of people with
oh,
getting
okay,
percentages still, and then
gotcha,
that's where Jeff Kent got put in on one of the committees. So
gotcha.
I think the old timers committee that he and possibly Rose would be on would be voting in a different year. Like they rotate years on the committees for like the
Okay,
time periods.
okay. Yeah, he's got to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, I would think. So on the old school committee, if they don't,
Yeah, yeah,
then
I would think
baseball's a
so.
lie. So,
Yeah. Well,
plus, what a cool
unfortunately,
nick! I mean, for the nickname alone, we got to get him in there. So,
well, I mean, what kind of shoes did they even have back then? Like the shoes they have back then would be like homeless people wearing shoes for like 2 years that are worn out.
well, so are the gloves too. It's basically like
Yeah,
a piece of paper leather.
pretty much. Yeah. And speaking of someone who has an issue with his hand, Ha-Sung Kim unfortunately tore a tendon in his finger,
Huh.
and he's going to be out 4 to 5 months because he got
Did he
surgery.
slide too hard into second?
I don't know because this happened when he was in Korea, so it was really kind of hard to say.
Oh, probably got drunk with his buddies. They go hard in the paint there. So,
Who knows, man? That could have been any number of different things. Could have just had a owie or something.
yeah,
And
I don't know if you 4 to 5 months is just an owie. I think it's
well, I mean,
probably a
I'm
little
just
bit
saying,
bigger
like,
than
it had a random incident with your finger or something. Like, it could be any number of different things.
That's true, but it's got to be a pretty hard random incident, I would
Yeah,
think.
something happened. We're not going to find out the truth on this one. And the Braves reacted by signing Jorge Mateo to a 1-year deal.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so very disappointed for Haas.
How much is Mateo going to get?
I didn't really look closely. I think like a couple million, something very small.
Okay. Yeah, that checks
I
out.
think he's getting the roster spot.
Yeah,
Speaking
gotcha.
of somebody who isn't getting a whole lot of quote unquote salary this year, Kyle Tucker is getting paid $1 million of salary this year with the Dodgers and opting for $54 million to be paid in a signing bonus.
Nice.
I got in some major arguments with people on Facebook about this because there was some idiot who posted about how they're going to be paying Shohei Ohtani and Kyle Tucker $3 million combined in salary. But here's the thing about the
The
50
Dodgers are going to be paying for this team until like 20 until we're dead.
Well, no.
Basically.
No. Kyle Tucker only deferred $30 million of the $240 million on his contract. The
Oh, okay.
$54
Gotcha.
million signing bonus has to be paid before spring training.
Oh, so
So,
you just
like,
wanted a payday up front then.
well, yeah, and the reason for this is I don't know this for certain, but
Oh,
I'm
you know what
assuming
I gotta do? I gotta go buy an LA hat right now to break it in because that team's gonna be fun to watch next year.
I'm assuming that Kyle Tucker is a resident of a low tax state.
Oh yeah,
Couldn't tell you
100.
which one. I don't know for sure. He's only played in Houston and Chicago during his career, but I'm assuming
So
he's got
it's either
residency somewhere.
if I had to guess just from those two, Texas would be what I would guess.
I don't know if
I know
Texas doesn't have state income tax or not.
I know Nevada doesn't, which is close. I know Washington doesn't. I know. Let's see here. Chicago does. I'm pretty sure.
Texas does not have a state income tax.
There, perfect.
So if
I knew
you've
it.
played in
Yeah.
Houston for all those years and
He
you're
has
a
a house.
resident, likely
Yep.
still a resident of Houston or some
Yep.
Texas somewhere,
Yep.
he probably put it in his provision so that he would get paid that salary as a Texas resident and not having to pay state income tax on that. That's my guess.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's easily what's going on, and it's easily he just claims residency in Texas. That's 100% what's going on.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
people like I and this is a hilarious encounter. I was saying to somebody like they didn't know the difference of it, and the response this person got was, because don't confuse me being a woman with being an idiot. Was the response I got from this person, and I'm like, I didn't know you were a woman when I was responding to the response. I don't care that you're a woman, and it's quite frankly irrelevant.
You know what my favorite Bill Burr joke is? He's like,
What?
it's super easy to piss off one side. Like I can say anything that will offend one side of the equation. He's like, the trick is you got to get both sides mad at you. Like our current president is so stupid, I almost voted for a woman.
I like that. I like that. So before we get to the NL Central Division, we got a couple of trades that we got to deal with here. Mackenzie Gore from the Nationals got traded to the Rangers for a number of prospects, including the Rangers' first-round draft pick last year.
Yeah, I forgot about Mackenzie Gore. He's a pitcher, right? That's a good pickup.
Yeah, he was one of the big pieces that went over to the Nationals in the Juan Soto trade.
That's right. Yeah, and he played well too. So
him and C.J. Abrams and James Wood.
Yeah. Okay. All three of those guys panned out for them. So
yeah. And then Luis Robert was finally traded from the Chicago White Sox to the Mets.
Oh, dude, the Mets are gonna be good next year.
Yeah,
at least on
one more move we got to talk about, but I want to talk
at least
about
at least on paper. So,
and they got Ronald Acuna Jr.'s brother, Luis Angel Acuna, is in the deal to the White Sox.
Oh, cool.
The White Sox also signed reliever Sarah Anthony Dominguez, who may or may not be the closer for that team going forward. because I believe at one time Dominguez was the de facto closer for the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So he's got closer stuff when he's playing well. So
He's probably the best option on the White Sox pen.
yeah, I mean easily on the White Sox. That's your guy. So
Yeah. So the other big trade, and this kind of ties into our division talks, is that the Milwaukee Brewers traded Freddie Peralta to the Mets.
yeah, that's wow.
Freddie Peralta is the de facto ace of the Milwaukee Brewers. Easily the best
Yeah.
pitcher they have by a mile.
And like what's crazy to me is they just granted they're really good prospects, right? And like don't get me wrong.
Brandon
But
Sprout's supposed to be close, has already kind of debuted in the majors as a pitcher.
I know, but it's like you gave away proven talent for three guys who might be as good. Like I don't understand trades like that. So
Now, I think the reason why they did that was because Freddie Peralta, I believe, is going to be a free agent after the season.
so just kind of get what I mean, do they not expect to win next year? They went to the playoffs.
Well, this is a trend of the NL Central because pretty much every team is trying to lose their way to winning the division.
Right? I wish the Mariners would have done that with Jorge Polanco. We could have got someone good for him at the trade deadline. So
I don't understand what the Mets game plan is going to be because they are basically going to play Bo Bichette at third base and play Jorge Polanco at first base, and neither of those two players have ever played a game at those positions.
yeah, that's so random. Who did they got playing second?
They have Marcus Semien playing second.
Yeah, I don't even know. I would not play Simeon. Simeon, I love you. I would just let Simeon be a utility player in the infield because I think he can do that. I would play Bichette at second, and I don't know who else they got on that team. Play that.
Lindor's
Yeah.
got shortstop.
Well, yeah. Obviously, you're not going to put Lindor anywhere else. But wasn't there that kid with whose last name started with a V or whatever who played third?
I mean,
Mark Vientos
is still sitting there.
Yeah,
He's still sitting there.
That would be my infield. I would play. I mean, let Polanco play first, whatever. Bichette at second, Vientos at third, and Lindor at shortstop. That's a great infield.
You know what's weird is I'm looking on Spotrac and I'm not seeing Mark Vientos in like the top picks for the 2026. He's not listed on the active roster or something. That's kind of odd.
Oh, maybe he's on. Maybe they traded him.
Yeah,
or maybe they might have sent him. They might have sent him back down. Actually,
yeah, that might be possible.
I know he was a little bit streaky last year.
I could have sworn though I had no. Let me.
Oh no, he's still on the.
Yeah,
he's still on
showing
the
us on the
Mets.
Mets.
He hit 233. I mean, for his first year, that's not that bad.
Well, this was like his second year because he was like a top 100 pick in the draft this past year.
Oh yeah, he hit 266 last year, so he sophomore slump a little bit, but he's still a great player.
It must just be Spotrac being a little funky because he's there. He's still listed on the team, not demoted to the minors or anything like that.
I mean, his numbers as far as runs, hits, and RBIs are close. His average was down, but if you look at his overall numbers, he took more at bats. He took 20 more at bats, and his numbers are only 10 apart basically in runs, hits, and RBIs. So that's not that bad. Could have been just fatigued towards the end of the season since I think that would have been his first full season. So.
All right, well, let's start talking about the NL Central because we put this off for a week, and we're gonna have to get a little quick on this. So we may go a little extra tonight too, just to make sure we're covering some of this stuff.
Yeah, but I'm still playing Swaggy V at third base. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay, let's go.
All right, let's start with the St. Louis Cardinals, who have basically been selling anybody that they can.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's funny because they're at the how they just kind of like list the teams basically.
Yeah.
When you look it up, they're at the bottom of the list.
Yeah. They basically are paying $31 million to the Snakes to basically just take Nolan Arenado off their hands.
Yeah,
Like that's the
that's
kind of mode that they're in.
yeah, that's a smart decision too. So
Yeah, I don't know who they're gonna play at third base though, besides Nolan Gorman, who has basically just been a fringy power hitter who goes on such cold slumps sometimes he gets demoted to the minors.
yeah, I think honestly, I think St. Louis is just like, all right, let's see what we got next year, and then we'll go from there. So
Yeah. I still think they're probably gonna trade Brendan Donovan. I keep hearing that he's on the block.
okay, they'll get something for him. So
Yeah. And like the big free agent acquisition that this team made was signing Dustin May to a 1 year deal.
yeah, I would trade Donovan. This is when I would trade Donovan for a bunch of prospects. Is this situation right here?
Yeah.
Like some really good prospects. Trade Donovan. You're not planning on winning next year, and if all the kids play great and you just moneyball it, then fantastic. So
Yeah. I don't expect much out of the St. Louis Cardinals next year. I think they're just going to be rebuilding and trying to just or building, I guess, as the owner says, because you can't be rebuilding, but they're building.
okay,
But if you're
didn't
rebuilding something that was already existed, and this is a team that's won many World Series, so like you're trying to
that's what.
rebuild to the World Series instead of building to the World Series.
Whatever. It's all jargon. So
The Mariners, who have never been to a World Series and never won a World Series, are trying to build to the World Series because they've
yeah,
never been there
see,
before.
exactly. Only one. We're the only people who can say we're
Prefixes,
building. So.
people. Prefixes. All right. Next, we got the Chicago Cubbies. Likely the division winner.
My
Certainly on paper.
darling Cubbies. Man, I think I need to do another futures bet. I think I was just 1 year too early. So
Certainly on terms of paper, this is the strongest team in the division with a decent pitching staff. They added Alex Bregman to shore up the defense on the left side of the infield. They may or may not be trading Nico Horner. I keep hearing rumors about that.
dude, if they could get something for Nico Horner, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, because then they could
Because
slide Matt Shaw into second base, give him everyday playing time because he had a decent rookie season. I
yeah.
think they still like him a lot.
And if Edward Cabrera just has a solid year, he doesn't need to be great. They would go at least a series farther in the playoffs next year, I think. So
Yeah,
if he
and
stays
Cabrera's
healthy.
got like 3 years left on his deal too, so
Yeah.
they have him for extended period of time.
And it's his he got Tommy John the year before last. He came back last year and played all right. So this will be technically his strong year after Tommy John. So fingers crossed.
So possible fantasy sleeper.
I mean, I'm probably going to take him in our league. So
I honestly don't know where he's slotted right this second, but I imagine he's probably going to be a sleeper on somebody's list.
yeah,
All right. Next, we have the Cincinnati Reds, a team who only was interested in Kyle Schwarber in free agency because he lived near Cincinnati. And then we said,
hey,
no, we don't want anybody else after that, even though we made it to the playoffs last year and we're trying to build to a championship. Rebuild to a championship.
rebuild. Yeah, but
Well, even the
Francona
Reds
is
haven't
not.
won.
Yeah, but the fact that Francona took that team from what it was with barely adding anything and turned it into a playoff team, I'm not really worried about them doing anything. Whatever juju magic he does, it seems to be working. So, yeah, addition by subtraction, I guess. So,
Seems like they have mostly the same team as last year. It's just about the team taking steps forward and just trying to be better.
yeah, and if there's anyone who can do it, that it's their manager. So,
Yeah. All right. Next, we have the Milwaukee Brewers.
Brew
For
Crew, I don't
most,
understand the reasoning for getting rid of Freddie Peralta if you want to win next year, but that's just me. Maybe, I mean, obviously, I don't get paid millions of dollars to make these decisions, but if I was trying to go out and win a World Series, I I would have at least had Freddie on the roster until the All-Star break just to see if we were even in the hunt. So,
Well, they must have thought they got a good offer from the Mets to make that
Yeah.
trade now.
I mean, if those
Obviously, 'cause
prospects pan out and that young pitcher that they got, is absolute fire, then I will eat these words. But I don't think it was a very good trade. So,
no, they really didn't have a whole lot of options. They could have honestly just kept him for the season, and then just offered him a qualifying offer
yeah, I mean,
if he was healthy,
he's a
obviously.
great
But
player. Yeah. I mean, that guy basically he his pitching got them to the second round of the playoffs. Like I just don't understand. I don't
yeah,
understand the reasoning.
they're
So
they're basically banking on a bunch of young pitchers and Brandon Woodruff,
I mean
who
that's
was.
great, but couldn't you have traded someone else for that? I mean,
Well, I mean, this
that'd
is
be
like a
like that'd be like if we were like, you know what? You can have Logan Gilbert, and we'll just take like the three best prospects on your team. So
This is very much like a next man up team because they did the same thing last year, trading to get rid of Devin Williams 1 year before free agency.
yeah, and he absolutely tanked. So maybe they saw something in Freddie, and he's going to be terrible. So I don't know.
Well, the
I'll,
thing is that David Stearns, the former head of Milwaukee, is the one who traded for Peralta,
okay,
and
so
he's
maybe
the one
that has
also
something.
brought back Devin Williams too. Like he brought in some of his old flames from the other team.
Yeah, so maybe that had something to do with it. Probably.
And speaking of flames, we've got the flamethrowers in Pittsburgh, the Pirates, who,
Yeah, just oh man, talk about a team who should just. Can we trade Paul Skeens to a team that's going to win? Because man, would it be much more fun to watch him in any other jersey other than a Pirates jersey?
yeah, but they tried this year. This is the first time in nearly a decade that they actually signed a free agent to a deal longer than 1 year.
Yeah,
They
but
actually did that this year. They traded to get Brandon Lau, too, a
yeah.
power hitting
Okay.
second baseman from the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, they got Lowe. They got Brandon Lowe. Okay. All right.
Lau.
I thought
The
his name
other
was
the other ones in baseball are low, but Brandon Lau is Lau.
from the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yes, he's Brandon Lau. Yes.
Okay.
I know they're spelled the same
Wasn't
way. It's super
wasn't
confusing.
Brandon Lowe on the Tampa Bay Rays at one point in time?
Yes, he was. That's where they got him from.
No, I thought Brandon Lowe, the Lowe one, was on
Okay,
the
no, no,
Tampa
no,
Bay
no.
Rays.
Nathaniel Lowe and Josh Lowe were both on the
Oh,
Rays, and they're both brothers, but they're not related
okay.
to Brandon Lau.
That is what I was thinking of. Nathaniel Lowe, and he was on the Rangers.
Nasty Nathaniel, yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. I'm here now. I'm ready.
And we don't have to pick the division winners here because there's still activity going on here. But I just get the feeling, and I'm going to go on the record, and this is a bold prediction here. I don't think anybody in this division is going to win more than 90 games.
Really?
I think 80s and below for this division.
So I'm saying Cubs at 90. You heard it here first. Actually, Cubs 91. My
Cubs are
darling
probably
Cubbies.
the only way that this kind of scuttles, and I think there's a lot of just mediocre mid teams in this division that could just beat each other up. But the Cubs, I could also see just being like the ones just feasting on the bad teams.
Like the Cardinals, who are in their division. So
Yeah, I can see that. But I see the other teams feasting on the Cardinals too, though.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
true.
thing. And if you got Bubba Chandler coming in, who had an effective like 4 or 5 star stretch at the end of the season, and you're
Yeah.
also supposed to be getting Jared Jones back. Like, there's some decent pitchers in there. They can just play some decent defense and keep games close. They could be real problematic for other ball clubs.
That's true. Especially if you have the approach of the Mariners every time you play the Athletics. So
Yeah. And my fun fact that I have is that there has not been a division winner in baseball with below 90 wins since 2005.
oh, that is a fun fact.
Yes. And do you want to get this was an NL West team. This was in the NL West. Do you want to guess which
Uh-huh.
team in the NL West won that year with a sub 90 win season?
2005 is what you said?
2005.
The Giants.
The San Diego Padres.
Oh, that was going to be my next guess.
The Padres went 82-80 and won the division.
That's awesome. I wish we could do that in the AL West. So
They won the division by 5 games.
yeah. If we didn't,
over the
honestly,
Diamondbacks.
if the Astros would have stayed in the NL when they moved from Montreal, we would be winning the AL West with 82 games.
You know, the irony was this: in 2005, this was a year that the Astros went to the World Series representing the National League.
Oh, classic. So
They were also a sub 90 win team. They went 89-73. I believe this was like the Roger Clemens Houston Astros team.
yeah, I mean they were. I mean to be fair, they were the Trastros for quite a while before they've been the dynasty that they are. So
Yes, because they got all those number 1 overall draft picks, and and now Carlos Beltran is bringing his garbage can to the Hall of Fame.
there you go. They should really.
And he lost the Mets coaching job because of this. He
Hey,
was
buddy.
like the Mets coach for like 5 minutes. And then they hired like 2 or 3 other managers since then. And Beltran has not gotten a job in the majors.
Yep, but he gets to wear the jacket. So
Yeah. He earned that as a player, but he was also
it's all about the jacket.
Yes. Get it any way that you can. My precious jacket. My precious World Series ring with the trash can. And we got a little bit of time left, Shane. What's your fun fact?
Oh, dude, we're giving the listeners a bonus fun fact.
Well, I mean, you said you had one, but if you don't want to use it this week, that's fine by me.
No, we can double up on the fun
All
facts.
right, what are we doing?
So from the 1840s to the 1850s, while the game was still in its infancy, there was no set path for circling the bags. So some teams ran them clockwise, while others counterclockwise. It wasn't until the 1860s, after the National Association's founding, that a standard counterclockwise circuit finally took hold. But those early years saw a wide variety of base running schemes.
Could you imagine it if one team went clockwise and the other team went counterclockwise when they went and played?
Yeah,
In the same game, one team would just go one thing, or like, this inning we're going clockwise, this inning we're going counterclockwise.
We're like, oh man, we want to get a lefty over on the far side of the infield, so it's problematic for him to throw. So.
Yeah. All right, so set your clockwise forward a week until we come back on and talk to you guys again. See you guys.
Bye now.